37th parallel on America's haunted highway, it's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
Hello, and welcome to the Pixelated Paranormal and Friends D&D session, Ghosts of Saltmarsh. What episode are we on?
19?
Do you know what? 19. I thought we'd been doing this for about a year, but we haven't quite hit a year yet.
We've done the other one
Close.
44 times, and we've done this one 19 times.
Yeah, that one we've already hit 2 years on, because we started that
That's insane.
back. Yeah, I think, well, you know what?
I wrote down the start date. Let me find it.
Did it start in September or October? Or maybe it was November, so maybe we're not quite 2 years yet. Because it doesn't add up math-wise if it's been 2 years, but we had missed sessions. Hello, and welcome while Caradoc looks at it, Krathi looks that up. Hi, I'm Rob, and I'll be running this mess. And with us today is Preston.
What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodoons, you crocodingos, skeletors, skelettes, witchers and witches, owlbears, bugbears, drowbears, fermenters, non-fermenters. Jordan and I are going to take over the world. So,
What's a drowbear?
I just made shit up. Who cares?
What is this, D&D? You just can't make shit up.
Yeah, it's our fucking universe. Do what I want.
Then we got Joe.
Howdy. In this game, I'm Elias Blackwood, occult extraordinaire. I don't have any announcements.
This is a public service announcement. I have no public service announcements. Carry on. We've got Nora back.
Hello, my name's Kiz. I play Nora Vale. She's a gunslinger, and I still think she has her dragon.
Yeah, she still has the dragon.
Yippee!
We have Jordan.
Hello. I'm playing Bubbo. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the party. He is a ranger owlet. Sorry, we are a ranger owlet. That's all.
Jordan is clearly on the road.
Yes, that's true as well.
We have Krathi.
Ahoy hoy! It is I, Captain Krathi. I am a Goliath Barbarian big boy.
We have Lucas.
Hello, I'm Lucas. I play Slade as a cleric wizard with a cult made of faces.
Forgot about that. Oh, God. And I think last but not least, we got Chris.
Oh, I play Bonzo the Goblin. Goblin Rogue.
All right. I think I got everybody. When we last left off, you guys had traveled up to the Xenopus Tower and tried to chase the Mad Mage through it, but he got away. And in the process, Tack killed Gellin Primewater. And when they came back to town, some of the townsfolk were very upset about it. Krathi has taken the fall for it. The council has met, and they are deciding not to find a new member now because they don't know who could be trusted and who could be corrupted by Gellin's influence. And Edda is not very happy about this.
I mean, we can always start an inquisition and, capture everybody.
Kill all town Saltmarsh council?
I'm not saying kill all of them, but, torture the information out. Somebody will squeal. We'll get all the slavers out. Sometimes you got to crack a few eggs and make an omelet. Am I right?
Not my eggs.
And yeah, that's where we kind of left off. So the next morning, Krathi, what are you going to be doing the next morning?
I am unsure what I would be doing. I would assume maybe waiting around the council building to find out what the plan is gonna be.
Okay.
I don't want to wander too far from there.
So, where'd you stay last night? Did you back to your home?
Oh yeah, I went back to the
Okay.
snapping line, but
Yeah.
it's not that far.
So the next morning when you come down for the snapping line, and you kind of like walk out, you see a lot of people that you know. They kind of see you, and they kind of give you some sneers, and seem to try to ignore you.
Well, I wouldn't think too differently of them if they are to believe I'm taking the fall for it. I'm not gonna tell them any different.
Yeah. But yeah, you kind of get that same feeling as you walk back down to the town council building. You see a lot of people just kind of sneering at you. A few people spit as you walk by, not on you, but just like at the ground. A few curses towards you. Just like you're getting a cold shoulder from the town. At least, like a lot of like the loyalists to Keeland, they don't seem to be too annoyed by your presence. They kind of wave at you and nod to you. Especially like some of the town's guards that that were part of the loyalists to Keeland. Tack, what are you doing that morning?
I'm probably in my hut sleeping. I'm old. So
Yeah, I mean, when you wake up, what do you do?
I'm probably going to go to the council chamber as well, and just get a feel for, everybody in the town and how they feel.
All right. Again, as you kind of walk through town, there's a little bit of shade being thrown your way. I don't even know if that you would notice, but not as much as Krathi got. But yeah. And Elias and Nora, what about y'all? What are you doing this morning?
Well, sorry, I got a mouthful of cereal. I guess Elias will finish his morning bowl of oatmeal, and then out of character, I don't remember the names, but there were other people connected to our dearly departed council member. He had somebody, I don't remember the name. He had somebody who was, dressed up as me to get information for him. So we know he has allies in the town.
Mhm.
I think I'd want to talk to Nora about I think we should try to, at least go to like a public spot, listen for anyone who might be a little too sympathetic to his death. And
The people didn't know he was corrupt, right?
Well, they're like
Maybe a misunderstanding.
no, like they get the feeling that they don't believe the corruption. They don't believe that. They think he was kind of framed, is what a lot of them think, because he's such a pillar to the community. There's no way that he could have been a slaver.
I mean, we still have like the the paperwork that he asked us to get for him, which I don't know, maybe we could like play both sides and see if there's like still a buyer for that. That way we could out his allies, slaver allies.
I mean, I feel like that could bite us in our booties, but if we want to do that, I'll do it with you.
Okay. Well, I mean, at the very least, we can, I guess, head to the tavern that Krathi likes to hang out in case he needs us for something, or
Some
the
claw
council wants us
wine.
for something. I don't want any claw wine. I'll try to stick to something else, but yeah, let's go to the tavern.
All right.
So yeah, you kind of step into the to the tavern, and you know, guys find yourselves a seat. And Hannah comes over and she says, she kind of whispers to you. She goes, Elias. She's like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, people are really turning on Karathi here. I've heard a lot of dissent about him being here this morning. People came in and seemed to have a problem with him today. I mean, you were there. Is what they say about Gillen true?
Before I answer, can I get like an insight check to see if she's feeling sympathetic to Gillen, or if she's sort of anti-Gillen?
Yeah, give me an insight roll.
24.
Yeah. You get the feeling that she is very sympathetic to Karathi,
Okay.
and but she also is saddened to hear this news about Gillen. You just kind of get that insight that she cares about her friend, but she also is, she relies on this town's business to stay afloat, and sometimes, Gillen would pay her. You know that Gillen, when he threw parties, and sometimes that she would be providing some claw wine sometimes, and food and stuff like that to these larger festivals and stuff, and it was a good paycheck for her. So she herself, you get the feeling that she seems sympathetic to Gellin as well.
Okay. I guess I'll be like, well, with money comes power, and they say that with power comes corruption.
I
I know
agree.
it's hard. It's incredible to believe, especially right under our very noses. But I looked into his mind. I probably shouldn't be saying that. It makes me sound like a freak, but I read his thought. There was no
She kind
mistaking what I saw.
of like, so it is true. That's going to cause a lot of rift in this town.
I know it. I'm just,
I mean,
I
it's
guess
just,
I'm
I feel,
preparing for the blowback.
I was just surprised last night it didn't erupt into uh burning down the council hall. And that was just the day just after it happened. If these people start thinking too long about what happened, um, she says that I heard that some folks were headed down to the lizard folks because they feel like they may have had something to do with this.
Well, no, it's if you want to point, I guess, fingers, and you don't want to entirely blame them uh on Gellin. Karathi's a good man. He's blunt, but he's honorable.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. It's he calls it like he sees it, I guess. I would have liked to have brought him back, put him on trial. I tried to, but he was also irredeemable, I feel.
I mean,
Can't be trading
slavers.
in people's lives.
Yeah, I get it. As she's talking to Elias, Nora, you're kind of like listening, and you see a few people kind of like doing shifty eyes towards the two of you, but they're kind of like talking low, but your perception's pretty high, so you can you're kind of like listening in. You're acting like you're listening to what's going on with um Elias and stuff, but at the same time you're like listening out of the corner of your ear. And you hear a couple people in the corner saying, "Well, I think you know what I think happened." They're like, "What?" I think Anders is responsible for what happened to Gillen. I think he framed Gillen. And he's like, "What do you mean frame Gillen?" Yeah, think about it. Why else would they be up there hanging around where that old tower used to be? If they ain't been hanging around up there, they wouldn't have found Gillen, right? So maybe Gillen was told to go up there and Anders wanted him to be found. And he's like, you might be onto something there.
Do I recognize these people?
Or
are they just like general town folks?
Yeah, they're just kind of like general town folk. They're sailors.
Okay.
Like fishermen and stuff. They're getting ready. They're getting some breakfast basically before they head out. Or they just came back from it. They just came back from going out early this morning to catch fish, and they're getting some relaxing a little bit before they go home and take a nap, get some food in their bellies.
Well, I don't think it would be super helpful for me. Oop, cat on my keyboard. I don't think it would be super helpful for me to say anything to him right now. But as soon as there's a break in the conversation, I'll kind of alert Elias to the whisperings that's going on.
All right. So Hannah kind of walks away to go get some food.
Elias.
Yeah.
I'll kind of like nod my head to the conversation. People are people are thinking that Anderson has something to do with it.
Well, I mean, it's hard to prove a negative.
Right.
We were just there on basically a dare. Bad coincidence.
Well, I wouldn't really call it a coincidence if it was his hangout.
Maybe if you're around them, if they ever speak to you, just mention what does Anders gain out of it.
I mean, yeah, but people don't really speak to me.
Fair. Oh, maybe we can start a counter whispers campaign.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's our morning. Just hanging out until
Okay.
Gossiping.
A few other random rumors that you also pick up is some people think it was a plot by the Sea Princes to destabilize the town, and others say that Krathi is working secretly with the Sea Princes.
It's that one.
I thought Krathi hated the Sea Princes.
Small towns, rumors get started. Jordan, what are you doing this morning?
Strix would probably be pretty close to like Tack, kind of following along, sort of not engaging too much with people, just kind of staying close by Tack. So if Tack managed to slip out without Strix realizing and following, then as soon as I'm aware of that, I'll start looking for Tack.
Gotcha. Garbanzo, what are you and the beans doing this morning?
We're probably playing catch up, maybe fishing with the docks. Yeah, that's probably what we're doing, fishing off the docks and just camping out.
All right. You're kind of out at the docks, and the town sailors and everything are. Some of them are coming back with their daily hauls and stuff, and you've got your little stack of fish there. No one kind of really talks to you much. It's almost like you're kind of like out of sight, out of mind for most of them. And what about you, Slade?
I'm probably just hanging out, thinking back to all of this like Spelljammer kind of stuff that's been thrown around the last couple days with us going to the floating island and talking to the one guy who's the humble but not so humble. What was he, a map maker? I don't even remember.
Oh, the cartophile.
Yeah, that guy. With all these, like, just that being thrown around, I'm probably just sitting here trying to think, trying to decipher and figure stuff out.
So, one thing that starts as you kind of like start thinking about that stuff, you remember being on your Spelljammer, and you're on the Spelljammer, and there's a Hazody, which is the monkey people, but they've got like a membrane that kind of attaches to their waist, and that they kind of hold their arms out. They could glide, and he takes you out. You remember him taking you out very early when you were first on the ship, and you remember his name now is Banth, Banth, Banth Dustcloud, and he's got some goggles, and he's kind of got him a nice little leather jerkin on, and he's like, so Klaus, he told me to teach you a little bit about the ship's gravity well. And he says, you see how we walk around here on this boat? This here ship? And he's like, just kind of like runs across the deck. And you see him kind of jump up on like the railing. And you see him just step off.
What the?
And
I'll run up to the edge and like look over.
And when you do, you see him just kind of standing on the side of the ship, but like he would be still standing there. He says, "You see all this? This here is how you walk around on a Spelljammer. As long as you're touching the ship in any kind of way, the gravity keeps you here. So you can walk upside down, right side up. There is no right side up in space. It's all right side up." And he says, "Watch this." And he jumps. And when he does, he starts kind of tumbling in the air. And he just kind of like starts tumbling and like starts spinning around. And he's like, you should try it.
I don't know. I'm not going to fall, right? Like I'll be okay. I can just jump over.
You could just jump over.
There aren't limitations. If I jump too high, I'm not going to like float away.
Nope.
He'll kind of nervously step up onto the ledge, like,
and as you
kind of like a toddler trying to climb on a couch for a first time.
Yeah. So as you kind of start climbing up there, and you just kind of like look over, and everywhere you see is just that astral sea. You see like stars in all different directions. As you're watching, you see this little space guppy kind of float up to the edge of the ship and look up at you. And it's just it kind of like comes up and like almost like it bumps into you. Now let me find a picture of a space guppy here.
I was about to say, if it was within like arm's reach, I would like poke at it.
to add it to the. Now there's a space guppy just loose in town. This is what it looks like. Just kind of like a, and it just kind of like swims up to you in space. And you reach out and you touch it.
Yeah.
And as you do, you touch it, and it just kind of like swims away really fast. And yeah, what are you doing? You kind of said,
I'll kind of close my eyes and take a really deep breath, and almost like I'm jumping into the ocean, I'll hold my breath and just go.
Okay, so you jump, and when you do, you feel your feet don't connect to the bottom of the ship, and you seem like you start to float away, but you feel this pull, and as you do, you just feel yourself go around the entire ship and come up and land up on the other rail on the other side of the ship. And then you hear Banth just laugh and laugh and laugh. He's like, you okay over there? You get your space legs yet?
I throw up.
He's like, so you'll want to just take a step. You just take a step. You don't want to, if you jump, you're just going to spin around the circle until your feet, the gravity finds your feet again.
All right, I'll try again. I'll take a step, but away from where he is.
Okay.
Like off the rail that I just came back.
Yeah. So you just kind of like take a step, and your foot just lands on the rail, and then suddenly you're able to just kind of walk underneath the Spelljammer, underneath the galleon. And you're just walking on the bottom of it.
This is wild. And I'll just stay here and kind of admire the endless up that there is, because there's no up or down or.
Yeah, and as you sit there, he's like, "Oh, hold on a second." And he kind of walks over there near you, and you see him take out a crowbar.
Whoa.
He's like, "Hold still." And you see him take this crowbar and he like see him kind of dig into the hull of the ship.
What?
And you see him pop something off. And he says, "You see these things here?" And there's a picture of him.
Yeah.
He's like, "These suckers, they blend in with the hull of the ship, and they'll eventually start digging in and cause damage to our spelljammers. They're called jammer leeches. You got to watch out for them, though. They, like I said, they blend in with the ship, and if they got a nasty little bite if you ain't careful." And he tosses you the shovel. "Dig in."
Before he's even like tossed it to me, I like pulled out a little booklet and just started like writing this down, because this is all new to me. So I'm just like, leeches, and I fumble it as I'm trying to catch the shovel that he throws at me.
And it kind of like floats off into space. Give me a dexterity.
Fuck you.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics or just straight dex?
Yeah, acrobatics. All right. So you start to fumble for it, and just as you're thinking it's going to like leave your fingertips, you grip that handle and kind of swing it around, and you just kind of bring it down to the ship, and just you pop off your own leech and you just kind of watch it drift off into space. You're getting it, boy.
I'll figure it out eventually.
And then, you're thinking about those first days on the Spelljammer. And then it's, you're realizing that you're starting to remember just a little bit more about the Spelljammers and the crew.
Yeah, I'll just sit thinking about that. Just kind of waiting to see what everyone else is doing. I might head down to the bar and
All right. All right. So back at the council hall, there doesn't seem to be too much going on this morning. There's nobody gathered. A lot of people are out doing their normal things.
Well, I thought they wanted to talk with us this morning, but
Oh, did they? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I thought they wanted to talk about some stuff and do some like announcement. I could be misremembering, maybe.
Maybe I'm misremembering. Well, they I guess they would wave you in, and excuse me. And as you get in there, the council chambers and stuff this morning, you see Skirin and Anders sitting together. You see Manistrid and oh man, I keep forgetting his damn name. Eliander, Fireborn. They're sitting together, and Edda's kind of sitting by herself. And Eliander kind of motions for you when you come in. Come over here, boy.
I'll approach.
Just the man we've been looking for.
What can I do for you?
You have any troubles this morning?
Oh, besides the town having a shift of opinion. Not much, I would say.
No violence towards you and yours?
Not that I'm aware of. Though anyone who wants to do violence against me will surely meet a swift defeat. I wouldn't, hurt anybody, but I'll knock them on their ass.
So he says, we did come to a vote, and we decided that right now we're not doing any more hiring for the town, for the town council, so we can figure out if there's any more loyalists to Gellin. Edda's not too happy about it. What do you think about that?
May I know who voted what?
Well, it was 4-1 against Edda.
Interesting.
And he points over to Skirin and Anders. I think Anders was going to go Edda's way, but Skirin kind of had a little heart-to-heart with the boy. And he kind of said, he understood. Because if Gellin had been doing all this underneath the council, I mean, who else could be a problem in the council? You ever run into that wizard, Keladek, since the other night when all this went down?
I haven't seen him. No, still out at large, as far as I'm aware.
Before then, had you had any run-ins with him?
Not me personally, no.
All
I'd
right.
never had any reason to search him out. Some of my crew maybe have, if I remember correctly.
Manistrid kind of looks over
Do
to
we
you, and
do we
she's
need to
no.
track him down and bring him here for questioning? Because he was involved in this plot.
I mean, we could try to find him, but I don't know if we're going to have any luck locating him. No one's seen him since. I've sent. He says I've sent town guard up to that tower. They looked around the best they could. There's so many rooms in that place, and even for veterans, veteran soldiers, they were kind of scared of that place. They took out a few ghouls just this morning.
Like undead in his tower.
Yes, in the tower. There were some areas that were locked off. They were blocked off, and they kind of went through those areas and found out old tunnels that led deeper and deeper under Saltmarsh and the surrounding areas full of undead. It would probably take months to map that out down there.
Well, sounds like he's a bad guy.
The thing is, that tower stood. There was a tower that stood out there. Supposedly, I wasn't. I'm not from around here. He says, but there's been rumors that there was a tower there years ago, and that tower predates Killadek even coming here. So, not sure that tower has much to do with him, but he must have been looking for something down there.
But he wouldn't inform anybody that there's undead living under the streets of Saltmarsh. I feel
I
like
don't
that'd
know
be
if those. He goes. I don't know if those dungeons underneath that tower run underneath Saltmarsh, but they do run pretty deep. I mean, there could be some that are under Saltmarsh, but we're talking those are deep, deep, deep into the bedrock.
Still sounds like a concern.
Bannister said, we've had some undead out at the mines as well. Maybe some of those tunnels do run into the mine shafts.
We need to check it out, find out where they're coming from.
Oh, right now I think we've got some bigger troubles. I know that the pretty soon the lizard folk weapons will be ready, but the Marine Guild did come asking for you this morning, though. You might want to go over and talk to them. They might have had some work for you.
Okay, yeah. Go check them out, I guess.
But I would be careful out there. And maybe not just maybe you can take care of yourself and so can everybody else. But a town mob is it still a town mob? And I don't know if
I think we learned from the last game session the commoners only have 4 hit points. I think we'll be okay.
Are you not going to make any announcements or show the town that he did these things? I mean, we have this proof.
we tried to give the proof out and they didn't seem to be believing it. It's probably going to take some days to get enough people to start spreading around the truth. But for right now, they think it's just all propaganda and lies. It's kind of crazy in a way, even though Jelen was a very wealthy man, and even at the end of even after his life, he paid for goodwill that he didn't deserve.
people will believe what they want, but they'll come to the right decision eventually.
And they kind of go about their business of talking amongst themselves. And Etta kind of walks over to you, and she's like, Krathi?
Miss Oland.
She says, is that old fool over there talking your ear off?
Well, Leonard's a good guy. I trust him. Probably the second most out of anyone on the council.
Who's the first? Me?
Well, obviously. You've never steered us wrong.
True. But he's like, I don't really have anything against him, but I do feel shafted. And I feel like the whole town went against me. Like they thought I knew something about what was going on. And she goes, sure. I've been known to smuggle things, but not people. And I would have never thought Gellin possible to do so. You don't think he could have actually been mind controlled by that? And she starts to say, that wizard.
Well, I don't know anything about spells like that. I don't know. Between us, I don't trust Skirin that much. If he's changing Anders' vote just by talking to him, I feel like he should let him come to his own decisions, not force his opinion on others.
True, but
It's a little suspicious to me.
even if Anders had voted, it would still have been 3-2.
I mean, yes, but still, it's supposed to be a group decision, and you don't cast your vote through someone else. I don't know.
True.
At least
And
that's
she
how
kind
I
of
would think about it.
she looks over at Skirin and she's like, "Yeah, something about that man still doesn't set right with me. It never has."
If the council's concerned about other council members being involved in this, then we need to investigate everybody, including you, but I don't think you have anything to do with it. But still,
As long as you don't check the root cellar underneath the house.
what you got down there? More bodies?
She kind of puts her hands on her shoulder and she's like, "No, silly, that's where I kept uh all the alchemist fire. If I ever wanted to burn this town to the ground." I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But there is some down there. Just
What
if
do we,
anything happens to me, you just remember where that's at.
I'll keep a note. What do we do from here?
Well, I did hear them talk about the Marines Guild, and she's like,
Yes, yes.
with all the stuff going on with Scarin, few people did say, or not Scarin, with all the stuff going on with Gellin, there were still some people saying that that old abbey out there on that isle burned down. And the Marine Guild seemed very excited about that prospect. I don't know what they have planned, but I'm sure that's what they've wanted to talk to you about.
I've worked with them before. Nothing to stop me doing it again. As long as they still trust me.
They they were asked for you specifically, so
I'll have to figure out what they want before I ask the crew. You can let me know if I need to do anything for you or the town.
No, for right now, I'm fine. I am going to do a little investigating on my own to see if I can't figure out some old laws or something that can force a vote. Because I believe it's unfair that the town suffers because one of ours is bad, and it kind of leaves the town's biggest ally in the council without enough votes to pass anything. But maybe I can also work on Anders over there. Not that again 2 against 3 is going to matter, but
You know,
who
he's
knows?
He's a good kid.
All right. Anybody else doing anything else? Jordan sent it.
The lady that Krathi was still, or that was just talking to, what was her name?
Edda Oland.
Oh, yes, Miss Edda, if you could do me a favor, would you please let the Lizard Queen know that I'm deeply concerned about her safety, and I've been thinking about her a lot lately.
Who was you talking to? I'm sorry, Tack.
Edda?
Edda. She says you're worried about her safety.
Yes, everything that's been going on. I fear the townsfolk might put the finger on the lizard folk, and I wouldn't want anything happen to my sweet queen.
Have you been out there since you've returned?
I've not.
Well, as far as I know, they've been okay. Although I had heard rumors at dinner last night that, or I guess it wouldn't have been last night. This morning, I heard at breakfast a few people talking, like spreading rumors that maybe they were responsible for something. That maybe they were responsible for all this trouble we've gotten into lately since they've showed up here. I don't necessarily believe it, but the town seems to be looking for scapegoats.
Well, if you could check in on her for me and put my old heart at ease, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I'll head over that way. After we finish our meetings. All right. Anybody got anything that they wanted to do before we move on?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Krathi, what is your plans?
I suppose I'd go to the Mariners Guild Hall,
Mariners Guild.
find Tom and Will. They're the ones asking for me.
Where did it go?
It's 21.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read over. There were some names that I was trying to find here. I know you said those names, but I don't know if that's who I was. Okay. So you get to the Mariners Guild, and does anybody come with him? Does everybody come with him?
I would be with him.
Which means Bubba.
Then
Well,
I would as well. I would also ask, Krathi, do you want us to talk to the Rangers Guild? Or the Rangers, not Guild, the Rangers, about what happened to try and win the town over?
no, I don't know what the Rangers can do to try to change the town's opinions. Perhaps you can ask them to keep an eye out for the wizard. They got good eyes, right? We need to find wherever he went.
Some of them do. But I feel like the townspeople know that they're at least looking out for them. I don't know for sure. Maybe it could help. And if we can let them know to look out for, that's probably beneficial.
And I don't think it will hurt. If you want to talk to him, that's fine with me.
Hey, sorry, hold on. I'm getting a call from somebody. It might be an emergency. I'll be back, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Alrighty. We arrive at the guild hall.
All right. You're kind of ushered in, and they're like, there it is. You meet with Guildmaster Tabith at the local guild house. And he says, gentlemen, welcome. Krathi, it's good to see you as always.
Tabith?
He's like, so this morning, or last night, we seen that the Abbey there on the Isle was on fire. And we don't exactly know what happened. We've been trying to get on that island for a long time. We knew that Abbey was out there, but we do believe a cult had taken up residence there. And we tried our best to see there, but there's not an easy way onto that island. There's only one shore that's that we can get on. Unfortunately, it's been a hassle because there's so many undead on the island. Every time we tried to row boats on shore, we were attacked mercilessly by skeletons and other foul undead zombies. So we've had a hard battle to get up there. However, when we seen the fire, we decided to go investigate this morning because we're like, why would it be burning down? And what we found was some pirates. I do believe the Sea Princess had made a attack on the island, trying to maybe set up their own base there. We quickly dispatched the ones that survived. Most of them on the shore talked about massive losses, and they said there might have been about 5 survivors, and we took one of them as a hostage and got information out, and it seems that they had burned down they had somehow circumvented the undead by just sheer numbers and made it to the Abbey, and they were killing cultists, and now the whole place is burned down. The good news is, the other good news, I guess you would say, is I think that would be a perfect place to build a lighthouse. But we need somebody to get to that island, so that we can even set up a perimeter. I was wondering if you and your crew would be willing to get up there and deal with the undead and to make sure that that abbey has truly burned down and that the cult is gone.
Do we know what it was a cult to or of?
He says by a few of the pirates, or the pirate that we had taken hostage, said it was the cult of Orcus.
Orcus. He's the
That
undead
would
guy,
probably be,
right?
yep, that would explain probably why there's a whole bunch of undead.
Or if that's related to the old wizard tower. I don't know.
He says the Mariners Guild is willing to pay 2,000 gold pieces for this. If you can land, explore the island, and clear it entirely of threats that the guild can construct a lighthouse on the site. Payment will be made upon completion of the job, which will be verified by us, huh?
Do we need to finish burning down the abbey, or?
We've been trying to. I mean, the abbey doesn't necessarily need to be burned down. I mean, we can do all the deconstruction once we know that it's cleared out and make sure there's no guild or undead hanging out up there. If you're interested, Major Ursa is on the shore, and he said he would meet if you guys came out there and investigate the island.
Yeah, maybe something that we do. I'll have to talk with the crew, see if they're interested. I'll check back with you in an hour.
He says, just keep in mind, a lighthouse there would do quite well with the fog that rolls in that region. We've lost a lot of ships too close to that island with all the reefs and rocks. So it's not just beneficial for us, it's also beneficial for the whole town, including you as a ship owner.
Yes. I see the, it's a good spot. I'll be back. I'll talk with the crew, see what we think. But while I'm willing to bet we might be able to handle this, especially if the sea perches are involved. I want it dealt with.
Right.
Back, by the way. Sorry again, Bill.
Is everything okay?
Yep, just got a call from my folks at 10:30 at night. I was just alarmed, but they wanted to check on something about the house.
Ain't nothing than late night calls from your parents to worry the shit out of you.
No shit. Absolutely.
Like, why are you even still up? You're old.
Right?
Alright, I'll make my way to where I last knew some people were and try to get the opinions of Tack and Bubble on the way. See what they think. If we want to deal with this potential undead problem on an island nearby.
Yes, lad, I think it would actually be a good idea. We need to track down this wizard, and this seems like it should be up his alley, and we have more questions than we do answers, and we should always be looking out for the townsfolk and what's best for them, so I think we should investigate and help clear out the island.
And if we can clear it out and set up the lighthouse, that should. We can get the town back on my side at least.
Oh, yes, good thinking.
No, I don't really.
The council sent me to work with you all, and you've done nothing but good for the town as far as I've seen. Whatever you choose, I will support you.
All right.
Or we will support you. I gotta get that right, my bad.
I'll try to find Elias and Nora because they're usually together first. Wherever I knew they were last.
All right. You find them.
Hello. Exposition story quest.
Oh boy, Abbey burned down. We should check that out.
You know where Bonzo or Slade are?
If I remember correctly, I think Slade actually came in here. Right over there.
Oh, he's behind that conveniently Slade-shaped door.
Hello.
Exposition quest.
Yeah.
Alright. Same thing with Bonzo whenever we find her.
I'm on the
Bonzo
docks,
or-
but yes,
oh.
I will be there.
Alright.
And I read that wrong. You meet Major Ursa in town, on the docks, actually.
Well, we can do that today, right now, unless anyone else has any other things they wish to do.
I think we can do that today. I'll probably bring some, good faith back to our name.
Yes. Alright. Let's go meet up with Major Ursa.
Major Ursa, he's a big fella. Big barrel-chested mariner. Not exactly a mercenary of any sorts, but he's I don't know. They don't give enough description of him. He says, Krathi, good to see you. I thought of you immediately when this mission came up. I've heard your latest exploits and what you've done for the town, even though it's a little rocky at the moment. He says,
you know how I think about slavers. We've worked together in the past.
Of course. And we've all taken down these damn sea princes from here and there. He says, but to get right to the point, the island is out there. Oh, let me bring up the map. Maybe. Loading up the coast map. Oh shit, where's the Abbey? I swore it was on this map. So yeah, it's somewhere. Oh, you're not on the map with me. Let me bring you with me. So it's somewhere out there. And he says it's the island is entirely ringed with reefs. It's rocky. There's a large sandy beach that goes by the Skull Dunes. But that's where we've ran into some undead here and there when we've gone there. We think the clerics that lived in the abbey were a cult of Orcus, and we think they actually just kept bringing skeletons to the island for the very purpose of keeping people from getting to the island. And it worked for a very long time. The great news is the sea princes attacked, killed a bunch of skeletons, and killed a bunch of them. And they were able to get close enough to burn the island down to burn the abbey down before the attack. But we haven't been able to get close enough to the island to get up there and see the damage that was done and to clear it out. And that's where you come in. Strong, stout adventurers.
Yes.
We never got anywhere near the place, but smoke rose up from the island for days, or for like the last 24 hours or last 12 hours since the pirates attacked. Maybe the island has been abandoned, or maybe the abbey burned, and the clerics might try to rebuild. So now's the opportunity we've got to rush in and take them out before they can rebuild, while they're weakened, while their skeletons have been mostly destroyed.
I think we can do that.
Alrighty. Well, when were you expecting to head out?
Well, we can do so now. Crew's ready and willing.
All right.
Give me a second. I didn't do this earlier, and I should have. Brain tired. My brain's so tired. All right. So, you guys get on the ship and you kind of start heading out. You can see the waters are pretty choppy this morning, and it's very rainy out there by this island. And you can see as you approach the island, you can see pretty easily the sandy dunes. And you can see the high rocky cliffs. And he claims that that's the only way is through those sandy dunes. Is there anything that you guys want to do as you approach the island? Because you can't get too close because of the reefs without getting on a little boat. Your ship, you don't want to get your ship too close to those reefs.
Krathi, should I investigate before we land?
If you want to, I can do it safely. I also have this magical folding boat. I can make a very small boat that we can all fit on and navigate the reefs.
Very well.
But I think some early scouting would be wise.
Right. I'll go check it out. I would like to kind of fly above the edge of the island, see if there's, especially find a safe landing spot, make sure there's no zombies waiting at the shore, or find a less populated area if they're like crawling everywhere, and make sure there's no danger that I can see, at least from the sky, on any of the places that like near where we're at, basically.
Okay.
Kind of get a lay of
All right. So are you heading over the dunes? Is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception check. That's Preston. Oh shit! No.
I don't know if Preston. Do you have my character sheet open by chance? I'm not sure if you're able to.
I don't. Did you? Is there a way I can look at your character sheet?
You might be able to.
I think so.
Nope, it doesn't let me open
If
it.
not, oh well, I was going to say, if not, push come to shove, we can just ignore my my perception bonus and give a flat 20 roll if that works for you, Rob. I know my perception's pretty high, but I don't remember what it is offhand.
Okay, yeah, you've got a passive perception of 21. I'm looking at your character sheet right now on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so immediately as you kind of start flying over the dunes a little bit, you're kind of getting to shore. You suddenly see, coming from 3 different directions, you see 3 manticores flying towards you.
The second I spot them, I turn tail and head back to report what's going on as soon as I get a glimpse of even one of them.
Yeah, and as you as you start heading back to the ship, they kind of like start circling above the dunes, and they kind of like get near the shore, and then they kind of fly back into the dunes and kind of land in the dunes on some of the larger dunes.
Krathi. Do I know what a manticore is?
Preston, roll a d20.
Okay.
And let me see your I'm trying to find your skills here. I know they're here.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, 17 plus a nature roll. Oh yeah. You know those were manticores. You also know that they have tails that have poisonous barbs and some nasty claws.
Krathi. There are manticores in the dunes. At least 3. And I explain everything I know about manticores to the crew.
Well,
In fact, you could see it. You guys seen him from the ship as soon as he started flying back. You're like, where's he coming back for? Oh, and that's what they look like in the gamer.
Did I
log.
see any other stuff, like anything, anything else worth noting, or just those 3?
Just the manticores, but you didn't see like any skeletons or anything right now.
I didn't see anything else on the ground, but I was focused on the threat in the air, so I may have missed.
Correct.
well, we do have a ballista.
Fire.
Though I don't know if we'll be able to reach that far. Maybe we can drag one at a time, but
I can
I would
try to lure them if you want.
I would worry if we do try to sail forward, they would harass the ship. Though I'm sure we can take them.
Are they pretty powerful generally, Rob?
You know that they're probably not one-on-one. They're probably not very nasty to you guys. But and yeah, you could probably take them. But they are flying creatures and they can have a nasty bite.
So 3 at once, it's a little spooky.
Yeah.
Should not underestimate them, especially without knowing if there's other threats nearby.
And you know that they're not entirely they're smarter than your normal animal as well. They're not animals, they're monstrosities, and so they have a higher than an intelligence of 2. So they're kind of cunning as well. But they've also sometimes negotiate.
If there's anything you would like me to try, Krathi, I am willing.
Well, I don't know what to do here. They seem to be some monstrous creatures. They could be working for the cult, maybe? If you say they are intelligent.
Yes.
I don't know if they would talk with us. What do you think, crew? What should we do?
Well,
It seems as though they're not inherently overly hostile. they did go back to the dunes when they saw me. Maybe they'll negotiate or talk with us.
If you think you can talk with them, though I think it might be dangerous.
We would like to try and communicate with them. It's probably better if we stick together. If you want me to lure them, I can. But if you want to negotiate, probably better if you speak. We have someone other than me.
Jordan keeps getting lower and lower in volume. I can barely hear him.
I will speak. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's probably just because your phone going in and out of service areas and stuff like that.
Yeah, very possible.
We would like to speak with them, yes. I just don't know if we'll be able to assist you if they do attack. Maybe we could try to get a little closer within ballistic.
Did we
however far
ever
that-
decide who had the wings of flying?
The who? What? Huh?
We have wings of flying, and I don't know if we ever settled who had that. And if anybody has that, they could go with him.
Let's see, Slade wants it, is what we had written down.
Oh, well, there we go.
But I don't know how useful I'll be in the air. I could just cast spells.
Well, fireball, man. There you go. It's all good.
Oh, fair.
Jordan can take it.
Yeah, true. The idea of Krathi being able to fly sounds absolutely fucking terrible.
Right.
I mean, I don't need it. Yeah, it would be good, maybe, but
I'm not necessarily advocating for it. Just the image popped into my head, and I was thinking, damn.
I'm pretty quick, so, and I can teleport short distances, so. I think Slade or maybe even Bonzo should have it. Me personally.
I was also thinking Elias.
I could use
He gets
I mean,
seasick. Imagine how sick you get for flying around.
Fair.
I'm barely holding it down right now. I mean, I got I already have ranged abilities.
If nobody else wants them, I'll take them, and then I'll go up there with them. Bonzo, thoughts?
I'm
With those
fine with
wings?
Slade taking them.
Then that's what I would have attuned to those if I need to.
Alrighty. And they just, I can't remember how long they lasted or whatever for when you used them for once a day. I can't remember. While wearing this cloak, whoops, you take the magic action to turn the cloak into a pair of wings on your back. The wings last for 1 hour or until you end the effect early as a magic action. Wings give you a fly speed of 60 feet. If you're aloft when the wings disappear, you fall. When the wings disappear, you can use them again for 1d. You can't use them again for 1d12 hours. So they can actually be used more than once a day.
I'll go ahead and cast Launch Strider on myself. If Slade's got a 60 feet movement speed, then if we need to book it, a bit more safety for both.
I couldn't hear Jordan at all.
Yeah,
I think he said something. I think he said that you could book it for 60 feet if things turn south.
Yeah, that's
Can you hear me?
Barely.
yeah. You're real quiet. Also, Preston, I sent you a link that should pull up Jordan's character sheet.
Ooh. Okay. Would you send it in?
I sent it on Discord.
Okay.
I mean, if somebody else wants to, like, whoever handles the rules is fine. I was just saying tack can kind of control me more or less if we're in combat, because I can't see.
Yeah.
Kind of fits thematically, but like for the rules and stuff like that, it doesn't matter who rules as far as I'm concerned. They just,
Okay. Basically said anybody can roll for him.
Just saying I'll cast long stride on myself in case we need to run, so I can keep up with this Slade a little better.
I'm down for whatever. I'll follow Bubbo up.
All right. So yeah, sounds like Bubbo's going to head back out again to try to negotiate, and you follow behind, or ahead. I don't know. And again, as you guys approach, the Manticores launch themselves in the sky and start to come towards you.
I'll pull my hands up, but I'll position myself between Slade and the Manticores. But hopefully Slade will do most of the talking.
Yeah, so we can hear him.
Exactly. And because he's got the charisma for it. But yeah,
you just came back alive. We can all hear you well.
You came back full force, and I had you turned up.
My bad.
No, it was good.
Just in case.
All right. So the Manticores come flying up, and they stop, and you see their tails kind of start to twitch, and you see those spikes kind of like start to vibrate on the back of their tails, and they're like, "Talk fast or die. Poison through your veins."
I also have my hands up, like, I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Perhaps that part of the plan we should have come up with before we flew up here. I just kind of assumed we were taking the lead on this.
We should have.
Functionally, if Krathi thought it was a good idea while we were on the ship, I figured, well, Krathi, what do you want us to have asked? What would we talk about before we flew up here?
I would like to know if they're aware that there's a cult on this island, and if they like the cult or not.
Okay.
Because if they're anti-cult, maybe we could get their assistance in clearing out the cult. Maybe this is their home and like their breeding grounds or something, and we can make some sort of deal to leave them alone. But
yeah, real fast, I'll just say 2 questions. 1, do you know there's a cult here? 2, if so, do you like them?
He's like, "Squishy people live on island. More squishy people come, die, fed. We eat them. Yummy. You are just more squishy people to come to the island. And it's been a long time since I've eaten owl. It was a tasty delicacy."
I'm gonna be real here. We can get you more squishy people if they're already on the island, if they're the cult and you don't like them, but you're not eating my owl friend.
You talk big words with one with silly wings.
Yeah, and you got a fat face.
roll initiative.
Suddenly move out from in between Slade and the Manticores. Just kidding.
If you look at this thing, its face looks it looks very human. Like you like if you it wouldn't look weird to see this large face on a person, like, well, I mean, besides the color and the spike growth on it, but just the face itself, it wouldn't look out of place on your coat. Your cloak of many faces.
Yes, the cloak of many faces.
And so he says, "You speak with one where many faces talk about me face be fat."
Yeah, the problem here is I can take my many faces off and you can't take off your fat face. So, again, is there a cult here? Do you lack them?
Cult bring food from island people. We eat good here. The skeletons feed us with the dead.
Bubbo, I got a feeling that they're pro cult.
It seems so. Back to the ship.
Yeah,
All right. Lead the way.
Where are you going? We were talking. You leave now. We attack. You owe us gift.
What do you want?
He says, "What you got? Show me what you got."
I so badly want to make a bad decision and just throw a fireball at them.
If you do, please wait until I'm not between you and them. I would rather have everyone here to support.
Correct. We're gonna go back to our boat and get your gift, and then we'll bring it back.
Give me a deception roll.
I mean, I'm not lying. They're just not gonna like their gift.
Fine, this acceptable. But gift better be good.
Good gift. Bye. I'll go back to the ship.
Yeah, same. I'll be right back again. Sorry. If Tack wants to take over speaking for Bubbo, that is fine with me for the time being as well. I'm back.
When we get back, I will relay everything that was just said.
Well,
I mean, we have a bag of holding. I'm sure there's fucking something in here those guys would want.
They probably want some meat or something.
If we're gonna be real, Bonzo is a walking bag of holding.
Sure.
Well, do you happen to have a cow carcass on you?
Have we seen cows?
Not in the ocean.
Seen some manatees?
No.
The sea cows?
The sea cows? Oh my god.
I mean, I can look overboard real quick and see if there's anything I can harpoon, but I doubt it.
I could always pluck some of my mushrooms off my shell.
They're not gonna like that, I would guess.
Yeah, they seem very carnivorous.
I'll say they never really specified what they wanted. They just asked what we had.
I'm just assuming what they want is meat.
I mean, I got bones.
Excuse me.
I'm sure we have some rubies or some emeralds or...
Yeah, we got a bunch of loot from that one floating thing.
I mean, we have shiny stuff, but I don't have anything they might want I can think of.
Or we just signal them to the
my God,
boat like we're going to give them something and then BAM! Open fire.
Unless we can try to convince them that we can get them a feast after we clear out all the cultists. They can eat those.
I did mention giving them more food by killing the cultists, I believe, and I think they like the cultists because the cultists bring them food.
Well,
The cult keeps them fed.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're getting at. Not that the cult actually feeds them, but the cult being there and the skeletons being there has fed them quite well. Because there's always some kind of pirate or mariner that's like, I can get to the heart of that island, and then dies.
well, sounds like might just got to get rid of them.
I'll look to Bobo. Well, I get he's not here, but I want to check that he's cool with that.
Yes, we are fine with this.
We will do what we must.
Character choice, I see.
I said
All right.
I looked over to see if there's anything in the water. Because maybe we could catch something real quick, but
You see, I mean, there is
something bigger than a standard fish. Maybe a
you
big
kind
old
of see like a few shipwrecks. You see like one of the ships that the basically the Mariners Guild had or I'm sorry, when the Mariner Guild showed up this morning, they had killed a lot of pirates and threw the bodies in the water. So you kind of see around shore, you see the water is kind of bloodied. You do see, not around shore, but a little bit off of shore, you see blood in the water and you see sharks feasting.
Ooh.
But is that too close to the island before the manticores will reach us or the reef?
They don't. You've noticed that the Manticores didn't seem to approach until you guys were flying over the dunes themselves.
Gotcha.
They kind of didn't seem to bother you when you're on like the little shore at the very beginning of the dunes.
If we can harpoon some sharks, that might be good.
However, with the reefs there, it would be hard to harpoon it with the ship harpoons.
Well, I have handheld harpoons.
Oh, okay.
We just have the ballista as the big thing.
Well, I guess technically, I'm sorry. Where the reef is there's an opening where the sand dunes is, duh. So you can actually get pretty close to the shore in the ship.
Okay. I think that might be the easiest solution, because a shark isn't gonna hurt the ship.
Yeah, what if I cast Call Lightning? Can I just electrocute these fucking sharks?
I mean, sure.
I was just going to suggest finding an empty chest and throwing whatever rotted meat we might have on the ship into it. Make it look like we have a gift.
What if we killed a shark and brought it to him?
That too.
Yeah. So I got 10 harpoons.
All right. There's about 3 sharks that you can see kind of circling around that. Some chum in the water there.
Seems fate. 3 sharks, 3 manticores.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to cast Call Lightning on the sharks from the boat.
Can I identify what type of sharks there are?
They are reef sharks.
Reef shark.
and they look like this in case you need to see what a reef shark looks like, because they don't exist in real life. All right, so you're going to cost. So what does call lightning do?
You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 15. Does that beat your DC?
That was right on the nubbins.
So yeah, they beat DC, but it still takes half damage, probably, right?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for that. Yeah, we're gonna say that cooks all 3 sharks, and you see them slowly start floating back up to the surface.
Can we scoop up some of the dead pirates while we're at it?
There's not much dead pirate left, and it's kind of like it's not floating.
Okay, just checking. You know. Krathi, you want to get in the water and dig them sharks out?
No problem. I'll jump overboard.
All right, is everybody getting off onto the sand dunes?
After collecting the sharks.
Yes.
And I mean, I can dive down and see if I can scoop up some corpses too.
I mean, there's not much corpse left.
Well, I'll do it anyway. Maybe they have some coins or something.
So yeah, you go down there and you find some pirates. You find like a leg and an arm, maybe a head and a torso, and you bring it up onto the shore. And who else is getting on the shore right now?
I'll go.
I will too.
Probably everybody's going to go on the shore.
Yeah.
So
I'd summon the folding boat into a rowboat. That way people won't have to swim.
We will go too.
Everybody loads in the boat, and you find yourselves on the Skull Dunes shore. And you see you see a bunch of high sand dunes. And you can kind of see like a little, like the start of a pathway. So you kind of see you get an idea of which way the pirates went when they landed. But not too long after you kind of land there and you've got the sharks, the manticores kind of land on some large sand dunes, kind of about 100 feet away, and they watch you wearily. And one of them screams out, "You dare come to this island again? I warned you, you better have gift."
We brought you a gift, and I'll gesture towards Krathi.
Holding 3 sharks on their shoulders.
Those look like meaty shark.
Yes.
Fresh. Just pulled from the ocean.
He's like, he says, "Place shark there," and he kind of like shoots a barb at the ground, like probably about 60 feet away from where you're at.
I'll throw them by the barb. As well as some various pirate limbs.
And they just start chowing down. There's just blood and guts and fins and everything just going crazy as they chow down. And they're like, "That was good gift. You have passed. You have passed our test. and they tell you the sand dunes themselves are dangerous with undead.
Appreciate the warning.
If you wish to go past the island, we would be willing to let you ride us across the
Oh.
sand dunes.
We're not gonna get poked by your barbs, are we?
I guess you'll have to trust.
Nah, this is some Scorpion and the Frog type shit. Nope.
How about we just pile up all the undead that we kill and any of the cultists, and you guys can chow down on that.
Bones are not good meat.
Cultists have meat on them, though.
And have you ever had bone marrow? It's kind of awesome.
The marrow of these bones have been long since disintegrated.
I think we can manage some undead.
All right, but they chow down on the bones. So to navigate this area, we're going to have someone make survival checks.
As we're going through, I'm gonna pop a Eyes of the Grave, so that within 60 feet of me, I can see undead. I can detect.
Okay, so wow. Yeah, you're able to like basically walk this tightrope through the sand dunes and come out the other side without encountering any of the undead.
No. Well, that was easy.
That was way easy.
Slade's one eye just goes black, and he's like, "Go that way."
Go that way.
All right.
Barely an inconvenience.
barely an inconvenience.
Okay, Brian George.
So as you kind of get to like the center of the island, you see all that remains of the abbey is a great square of stone filled with burned and blackened rubble. As you approach the sooty stones, it is obvious someone has been sorting through the debris. Assorted oddments are piled inside the scorched square of the foundation stones. Ruined cooking utensils, crushed pots and pans, mangled kettles, and less identifiable metal objects lay in one pile. Broken crockery, platters, plates, porcelain, and pottery are heaped in another. A great deal of wood has been sorted into one large mound of badly burned scraps. In the center of the ruins is an opening, and as you move nearer, you see a stone staircase leading down into darkness.
So the whole front or the whole first floor is like burned down.
Yes.
I
It's
love
still
it.
smoldering, and it still kind of gives off heat. Just like the embers. But
Do we see any like charred corpses or anything?
you do not.
All turned into undead, I suppose. Looks like we need to go down the stairs, eh?
So
And I think that's a good place for us to stop tonight.
Oh.
Did we kill the manticores?
We killed 3 sharks that we found and fed them to the manticores, and they found it satisfying and left us alone.
Nice. Good call.
Attacked lightning bolted them, and they all died. The sharks.
Nice.
We
Very good.
we checked with you to make sure it was like a environmentally conscientious decision.
You were
Well,
pro-killing manticores, but we had to talk you down.
If Tack said that it was a good idea right now, I think Bubba would have been fine with that generally, but that works.
Right, 100% said all that. Yeah. We said all that.
No. Well, it was good playing.
Yeah, sorry, my brain was just tired tonight. I don't know. It was hard to focus.
All right.
Having one of those nights. I wish I had taken my nap earlier when I felt like I didn't need it. I probably would have been a lot better.
All right, I'm going to play us out.
All right. Play us out, Jordan. Oh.
I don't have my guitar.
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.